All right, so today we're going to do a deep dive into Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
Okay.
And we're looking at him based on all the historical details that we have in the text that we've been provided.
Right.
And I think our mission here is pretty straightforward. We're looking at, why is this 17th century figure so significant?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he so significant?
Yeah, I think to understand that, we need to go beyond the historical facts and really try to see what is the lasting impact of Shivaji's life.
Yeah.
And, to start with, what's interesting is his early environment, born February 1630 at Shivneri Fort. And, these values instilled by his mother, Jijabai, courage, righteousness, devotion, clearly played a crucial role in shaping him.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting because, his father, Shahaji Bhonsle, he was a military general serving the Deccan Sultanates.
Right.
Which, for our listeners who might not know, those are independent Muslim kingdoms in the southern part of India. But it was Jijabai's influence that really molded the young Shivaji.
Yeah.
So you see these initial sparks of leadership and military acumen taking hold early on. Mm-hmm. It's how did those early lessons translate into his later achievements,
Well, what followed was, this remarkable establishment of a Maratha kingdom.
Yeah.
Challenging, the powerful Mughal Empire and the Adilshahi Sultanate.
Wow.
And what's so fascinating here is, his innovative military approach, right? Yeah. His adoption of guerrilla warfare.
Yeah.
Utilizing the terrain speed. This was a radical shift.
Totally.
From the conventional large-scale battles favored by his adversaries, right?
It's like thinking outside the box.
Yeah, and this allowed his, smaller forces to kind of effectively harass and disrupt the enemy.
Right. It's like, you can't beat them man-to-man, so you got to use these other tactics.
Absolutely.
And we can't overlook his foresight. I mean, in building a strong navy. I mean, for a land-based power, recognizing the strategic importance of controlling the western coast was pretty advanced thinking,
Right.
And these captures of force like Tornarajgarh, Sinhagad, I mean, they weren't just territorial gains. These were strategic strongholds in building his kingdom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
These victories really laid the foundation for a more significant challenge to imperial authority.
Right.
And that brings us to, I think, the very dramatic escape from Agra in 1666.
Oh, yeah.
Imprisoned by Aurangzeb.
It's an incredible story.
Yeah, his escape, which relied on, meticulous intelligence.
Yeah.
Strategic planning. Truly legendary.
Yeah.
And I think it further cemented this image of him as a resilient leader.
Absolutely. It's a story of audacity.
Yeah.
And that sets the stage, I think, for this pivotal moment, his coronation as Chhatrapati in 1674 at Raigad Fort.
Yeah.
I mean, this wasn't just a symbolic act.
Oh.
This was a powerful declaration of Swaraj.
Mm-hmm.
And Swaraj means more than just self-rule, right? I mean, it represents this reclaiming of indigenous identity, culture, and political autonomy after, a long period of external dominance.
Yeah.
What impact do you think this had on the people of that time?
I mean, it was a profound statement of independence, right? A resurgence of local power.
Right.
But, Shivaji's vision, I think, extended beyond just military strength.
Okay.
He implemented this very efficient revenue system. Mm-hmm. He actively promoted trade, local industries.
Wow.
Contributing, to the stability of his kingdom.
Right.
And what was also notable for that era is respect for all religions and his inclusive policies.
Yeah, and the text also highlights his respect for women.
Yeah.
And the strict code of conduct that he enforced for his soldiers regarding civilians.
Right.
That speaks to a broader vision, I think, of a just and ethical society.
Yeah.
That underpinned his idea of Swaraj.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just about political freedom, was it?
Exactly. It encompassed responsible governance and social order. And while he passed away on April 3rd, 1680, his vision, of an independent and strong India had a lasting impact, directly influencing the rise of the later Maratha Empire.
So for you, our listener, the story of Shivaji Maharaj is, it's this powerful reminder that effective leadership, it blends courage, strategic thinking, with a commitment to just governance and inclusivity.
Yeah.
He took on these seemingly insurmountable odds and carved out this vision for self-determination.
Yeah, and that, I think, raises a compelling question for the listener to consider.
Okay.
In today's, very complex world, how might these principles
Yeah.
of courage, strategic planning, and inclusive governance,
Right.
so clearly demonstrated by Shivaji Maharaj,
Yeah.
offer insights for tackling the challenges that we face.
Right.
It's a fascinating point to reflect on.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So fascinating.
Indeed.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
Absolutely.
Into the life and legacy of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
It was a pleasure.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.